guys and gals. Today I am very happy to present Roses in the Flames. So, oh man, look at that. Look at that. Look at that Durg. Look at that pretty Durg. But yeah, this is Roses in the Flames. This is a fan spin-off of, what the hell's going on with my brain? Sorry, y'all, I haven't had my coffee this morning. One second. It's a fan spin-off of Wings of Fire, and I've been talking to the dev off and on, and they've got some really big plans for this game. And you know me, I love dragons. I'm a little bit biased about that, so I figured why not cover a dragon game? But there might be a little bit of bigger news about this game coming in the future, y'all. But when that happens, I'll cover it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the demo of Roses in the Flames. Ooh, quick save button. Oh, that's cool. Little hotkeys. Okay. Welcome to the world of dragons, and thank you for playing my game, Roses in the Flames. Greetings. How are you? My name is Guide, and I will remain your guide throughout the dragon world. I will be there to help you move throughout the dragon world as you progress as a player. I bet you're probably wondering why we're speaking in the dark. Error. User profile not found. Name not found. Unknown gender. That was error. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's saying, but for once I agree with him. We need to set up a few basic things before you can play the game. Now, before we dive into the story, what is your gender? I shall be male this time. Great. Now, since you've chosen your gender, are you sure? This will be official and you cannot go back to change it. Yes. Yeah, you've picked your gender, but every human has a favorite color, like blue. Alright, now since we've taken care of what you'll see for the rest of the game, are you happy with the color you've chosen, or have you changed your mind? Choose carefully. Nope, I'm sticking with my decision. Right, because that's all we do on Drakewing Gaming, right, y'all? We only stick to the one decision that we made, and we never go back. Never. Not a single time. Alright, well, I think that covers everything except for your name. Neri. Are you sure this is the name you want? If it is, this action is permanent. Alright, now since everything is set for the game, I wish you luck. I must be going now. Maybe we'll meet each other again. Ta-ta! Welcome to Roses in the Flames, where things were once thought impossible are now possible. You will believe. One second now. Coffee time. I want to date all of the dragons. Every last one of them. A soft and comforting ray of sunlight slowly lit up my bedroom, beginning the dawn of a new day. I groaned at the familiar sound of my alarm. However, I mustered up the energy by getting up and getting my day started. As I looked at the curtain from the confines of my bed, the morning sunlight hinted that it was around 10 or so. Today the calendar marked it as April the 24th, and I am set to graduate from college next week to finally earn my bachelor's degree. Although my initial plan was to indulge in a Saturday morning of video games, I decided to go for a morning walk instead. As usual, the corridor in my house was dimly lit at 10 like any other regular day. I headed into the direction of the laundry room to pick up a fresh set of clothes for the day. As I turned to face the laundry room, an old memory resurfaced in my brain. This is the room I discovered I had a fear of heights. Don't ask. I opted for a nice pair of pants and a well-chosen shirt I had laid out the night before, while remaining eager to make the most of the day. There! Perfect! It's a nice-looking place. While contemplating a quick bite, I decided to bring along a couple of granola bars and a water for my stroll. Leaving home, I couldn't help but look forward to the adventures the day might hold. Maybe I could swing by Brennick Woods and possibly explore that abandoned bar that's near the old Cradshaw place. There it is, my childhood home. I'm pretty much grown up now. but I won't ever forget how I spent my teenage and early adult years here. I'm off to finding a nice career after earning my degree. Today would mark the last week before I'm supposed to be renting an apartment. Although it is depressing to be leaving home, I planned on leaving town and moving far away. I always lived in this town all my life. I didn't even have to drive to a different town to go to college. Everything was right where I needed it to be. I'll be back later today, and maybe I could go down to the new place that opened downtown after my walk. Hopefully my friends will show up too. I checked the time on my watch only to see it reading 10:25. All right, let's go. Ah, yes, Maple Street. The street I've lived on my whole life. However, it was boring mainly because most of my friends I knew here from middle school moved away. And whatever friends I do have now are headed off to college, never to see me again for a long time. It was quite often that I perceived myself as a loser sometimes. It was hard getting a job or finding somebody to date. Anyway. A big gust of wind blew at my face. Perhaps maybe I could have brought a jacket along. It was a beautiful day outside, and 20 minutes into my walk, I was alone in the middle of nowhere. However, I knew there was a park nearby called Potato Creek. It was a smaller park which used to have a potato farm, but it was bought out by land developers. I remember going to this place when I was little with my friends back in middle school. I haven't seen them since I left high school. I wonder what my old friends are doing now. Whether they married or not, or if any of them became famous. Guess I'll never see them again. During the few minutes of reminiscing about the past, the morning grew a shade darker ever since I left, and I was hoping a storm wouldn't come and ruin my morning walk. However, my attention drifted off as I looked into the horizon. It was perhaps the most beautiful early spring morning day I've ever seen. It seemed almost magical, even. I thought to myself that I'll never watch a sunrise like this again. It was perfect, and I stood there in awe for a few moments before walking again. Lost in the moment, I realized I must have taken a wrong turn. The trees lining the path casted an ominous shadow on the forest floor, creating an intriguing sense of mystery. The trees were made out of spruce wood, and they provided a much more darker sense of foreboding. I felt as if I was being watched. Maybe I'll go this way. It was beginning to grow late in the afternoon, and the last time I checked my watch it read 1:35. I was lost. Great. Now what should I do? At least it's peaceful out here, however. I felt this overwhelming feeling of peace that I never had before. There was something magical about this place, and every step I took deeper into the woods only made it more intense. Ethereal. I chuckled slightly, while continuing on my walk. Along the way, as the sun continued to grow seemingly warmer, I looked to my left and there was a herd of deer before they dashed towards the mysterious darkness of the forest. Creepy. There was something else about this forest as well. Like it gave off this energy that changed from ethereal to mysterious and dark. I didn't feel comfortable being around here anymore. I should get moving. The mysterious energy of the forest grew much stronger each time I took a step. It was as if something was out of this world, and it took a toll on me. With every step I took, I grew thirstier and thirstier. Why was I growing thirsty anyway? It's not even that hot out yet. I stopped walking and reached into my backpack to pull out a water bottle I stashed earlier. Out of luck. It was empty. Perhaps maybe I drank all of it without giving it much thought to a refill? I noticed a river on my left, but as I crept closer to it, the water appeared to be green and mossy. I saw frog eggs and bugs circling above it. Yeah, not happening. I closed my backpack and kept the water bottle in hand, hoping for a place where I could get a drink of water. I heard the scene of light, faint splashes being made, as well as the sound of birds chirping. Wait, what's that up ahead? A glistening twinkle of light was up ahead. Water! Having been lost for a few hours, the heat had grown to be unbearable. I thought it was supposed to be cooler out today, so lucky me. However, I was parched. I left to see where the water was in a hurry. I never knew this place existed on any map. I took a class last semester on cartography, and none of the maps of our area showed this beautiful hidden enchanted lake. It was mesmerizing. Instantly, I knew I had to go closer to it. There was a certain aura about this pond. It was as if it was calling my name, and I slipped off my backpack. Okay, one swim. Besides, what's it gonna hurt anyway? I didn't bother taking off my clothes, as I felt this need to revisit a few older memories of myself jumping into a pool of water from a cliff 25 feet up in the air with my friends. As the water reached up to my ankles, it was quite cool, but I felt as if the water was slowly trying to draw me in. Ah, crap, that's cold! I stayed in place until I grew used to its cold effects before completely submerging myself into the pond's watery depths. Ooh, pretty. The water was a bit too cold for me, but I was glad I could relieve myself of the dreadful heat. But then I heard something, and it was a strange humming sound, but I didn't pay too much attention to it at first. It was a quiet, faint sound. It sounded as if the water was humming. Then there was this eerie warbling sound. Uh-oh. The cool water instantly changed temperature multiple times, and I couldn't explain what was happening. And I noticed another strange thing. There was this flickering light going on and off that occurred above me. I had to get out immediately, but I was stuck somehow. I couldn't even move. I was trapped! I struggled with all my might, and eventually I broke free, not caring what must have happened. But then I managed to swim up to the surface again. I crashed onto the bank of the water and onto my back, whimpering about the terrifying experience. Holy shit! As I stood up from the depths of the water, I noticed that the pond had shrank to a considerable size. What? I stood up for a few moments, contemplating on what's going on here. Wait, that tree wasn't here before either. Okay, now I need to find my backpack. However, it was nowhere to be found. After a few moments of looking around, I saw a flash of light pass swiftly before my eyes. What the fuck? I crashed onto my back and I backed away using my hands. It all happened so quick. At first I dipped into the pond, and now upon climbing out of the water, I saw a strange-looking white animal that I'd never seen before in my life to suddenly appear. Oh, so pretty! Oh, I love the colors! Oh my goodness! Actually, forgive me, I cannot tell if that dragon is male or female, because it's kind of hard to tell sometimes with dragons. You must be traumatized! The white thing, whatever it was, began to approach me. In the 10 seconds of this strange situation, I concluded that it was a dragon. What the fuck? Shh, it's okay. Time froze. I felt my heart begin to beat rapidly. Was this real? Am I dreaming? There it was, a dragon with its scales glinting like snow, like white snow in the dappled sunlight. A mythical creature once thought to be non-existent was standing before me, and I suddenly felt my reality begin to crack and shatter into a million pieces. My mind struggled to comprehend how this is possible, and a mixture of awe seized me tightly. It was as if the boundary between fantasy and reality had blurred irreversibly. Run. Run! But I didn't run. No, my legs wouldn't allow it. I was frozen in place. Where am I? The dragon walked over to me and sniffed me curiously. I shuddered as the dragon moved its muzzle across my shoulders. I feared of what might happen next. Please don't hurt me! I'll walk away. I'll tell nobody else. I was surprised to see that it wasn't angry. Rather, instead, she appeared to look normal. It's okay. Huh? My name is Snowy. Just calm down. I'm not going to harm you, but tell me, what business do you have here? I looked at my surroundings and I saw a chance to make a perfect run for it, but then my brain told me to wait. Wait for what? To get eaten? On the other hand, I risked something happening to me if I did try to run away, but the dragon wasn't trying to kill me. It's trying to talk to me. I think this might be a new experience for you. You look like you haven't seen a dragon before. Please, don't go into shock. But I was going into shock. I felt my body shivering uncontrollably. For a moment there, it looked like you wanted to run away from me. As I said, I'm not going to harm you. I'm just puzzled by your appearance. I've never seen anything like you before. The other dragons back home would certainly like to see something like you. But I don't know. I wouldn't want you to be turned into a snack or anything. Some guys back in town would eat anything. Snack? Town? What other guys? I'm sorry, I'm talking to a figment of my imagination. What do you mean? For the last time, this is real. The dragon pinched me for emphasis. I swatted her away. You don't have to worry about a thing. What are you so worried about? You look nervous. The dragons back home are hospitable, but you just said a couple of them might actually eat me. That's because I'm nervous. I didn't even think dragons were even real. This is... Are you kidding? Of course dragons are real. Why wouldn't we be? Dragons aren't real except maybe you, of course? Look, if you could just point out where West is, I'll happily be on my way. I won't even tell anyone I saw you. West, but that wouldn't make any sense. It would lead you closer towards the Exterminator's lands. In fact, I don't feel so comfortable being a little too far from home. I have to get back to my job soon. Why don't you follow me? No, I have to go home now. My home is only about 3 or 4 miles away from here. I'm going back. The only way back west was covered in trees. What the... Alright, y'all. I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. If you want to support this game, it's called Roses in the Flames. It has its own itch.io page. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all for all you do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silverman. Thank you for going a bit above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold tier patron, Trezum Guy. You're awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to your ultimate tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our Not Safe for Work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!